Hi.
You're
Somebody
live.
called me again. Oh,
That's the con of being live on your phone.
happy Labor Day to all
Oh,
the wonderful workers out there.
nobody's on this thing yet. It says zero
Oh, it
December.
didn't start
So
yet?
yeah, I mean it did. It's just nobody's watching it yet.
It's okay.
But then you're
This
talking to
is my
nope.
son. He's assisting me, but we are live. I am Donna at DMF Nursing, and I am a registered nurse. And I've shared my stories on my studio or in the YouTube studio for quite some time. Tonight, what we'll do, we'll be playing a an interview of myself with a couple of other nurses so that we can share our issues that we have with the nursing profession. Currently, I and several other nurses who are very experienced and very, I would say, very good nurses with immaculate license. And I've practiced in several states. I've never had a complaint to the board, but here it is, 9 months, and I have not worked. So we believe that as a travel nurse, the nursing profession has targeted the African American nurses. And I cannot speak that this has happened to any other groups, but for sure, from what I'm hearing, all I'm finding is the black nurses who are experiencing this issue. So tonight I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be playing the interview. And this interview done about 2 years ago. But I want to share this with you, and then we're going to have some nurses come on and they will talk about what's going on with them currently. We have made some progress in, getting representation in terms of legal representation, and we have had some progress in getting some laws changed so that we can receive our justice. It was a year ago that I had shared with the audience my 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 gripe. Sorry to use that word, but the issue that I was having with the policy called DNR. And if ever you want to check that out, it's still there on my YouTube page. And you can find me talking about the DNR policies and how this has affected African American or black nurses severely to the point of destitution. And if one has not worked in 9 months with no issues with their license, then we know we have a problem. I'm a critical care nurse. We have other nurses who are also with over 20 years of experience and still aren't able to maintain their jobs or even to get a job. With so many positions out there, they've blocked us. So I'm going to go ahead and share the interview. This interview was done by a local radio station in the Atlanta area, and they will identify themselves on the video. If you give me a moment, I will try to pull that up right now. And thanks again for your viewership. God bless. Okay, I'm just going to play this at this moment. Um, Waiting for the video to come up. While we wait, I'm so sorry. While we wait, I just want to make mention to the layoffs we have heard that is happening across the country, where not just nurses but so many of us workers are experiencing layoffs at this time. Um, I want to encourage everyone to just hang in there, pray, do whatever you can do to keep yourself occupied, because I know we're living in some tough times, and I do not want to negate that, okay, from what I'm doing, because we're all going through it right now. Um, when I did the video that I referred the this video that I referred to, which will be played in a moment, um, as far as I know, we could not. We were suffering like many of you right now. We could not get any assistance legally, nor social, economically, and many of us struggled. And so I want to encourage you guys that you're going to make it. Just be optimistic, and you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me at DMF Nursing Registry if you need some help. All right, so let's go. Let's listen to the live, or rather the interview. I'll let you know that I do not have much assistance here. So please be patient with me here. Thank you. Hmm. Okay. All right. I am so sorry about this. Let's see here. Oh boy. I don't know what happened, but okay. While I troubleshoot here, I am going to ask if you're viewing me right now, whether you're one of the nurses, because we're supposed to be having some nurses on. Please kindly put your comment in the box that says comment, and we'll try to respond. I usually try to do that to respond to you. Maybe not right now, but we're going to try to see what we can do to answer any inquiries. All right, so give me a moment because I'm going to have to call on my support team here. Just have a little bit of support team, and for a minute I had it. I just know what happened. Um, so hold on. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my son is gonna help me out. Okay, so I'm just trying to get into Gmail to pull up because I had it before. I don't know what happened, and then I want to get back on to the nurses.
Hey, everybody.
This is Omar. He's my college student. He's a college student.
Yes, yes.
And what are you doing in college again?
Computer science.
Computer science. So he should be able to help me, right?
Yes, I
So I should
shall.
to utilize his skills here. So tonight we're gonna
Okay,
have a
Gmail.
Dr. Norman. He's going to be gracing us with his presence, and once we get an opportunity, we're going to bring him on. But we're going to play this video. Let me pull it up since Omar um, Let me see. BJWS. Since Omar pulled it up for me, I'm going to try again. See if um, I have any luck. Thank you again for your patience, everybody. Okay, here we go. So this is an interview done by a radio station with a couple of the nurses, and you will hopefully hear how the interview went and what were discussed. And oh my God, I think I'm still having some issues here. Um, let's see here. Hmm, Okay, let's see here. Is this it? Okay, hold on, please. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, oh, in the name of Jesus. Okay, where is it? It's right there, but inbox. Okay, how many nurses we have out there tonight? hmm I want to welcome Morgan Robinson. I see Morgan here. He's asking, can you get me, I don't know. Hi. Hi, Morgan. All right. I continue to have the issue. So I'm going to bring my son back so we can get this interview up and running. Okay, just a minute. I don't know what it is. If I have some problem with it again, I couldn't find it. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about who I am. I've been a nurse for over 20 years, and oh, here it is. And I have done my basic nursing skills started in New York City, and I have practiced as a nurse at just about every hospital in the Atlanta area and in California. And I started my basic nursing in New York. And I love nursing. I have a passion for the profession. I have a dog here, and he's getting very antsy. I'm basically the person that takes care of him right now. And I have experience nation in the profession. And I have talked about discrimination in the past on that YouTube video that I've done about a year ago, and how this has affected me. And when you're discriminated against, you're actually at a point where you're helpless. If you do not get some professional person to come in and help you, then it keeps going on and on. When I say professional, I mean from the legal standpoint, point of view. Some lawyer or even the healthcare system to listen, but from my experience, they refuse to listen. We have written letters, and I'm speaking on behalf of some of my colleagues. We have written letters. We have contacted attorneys, and this has been happening over a period of more than 10 years. And so we have reached a point where something has to give, something has to be done so we can get our justice. We can benefit from what we have gone through. We can get some sort of justice or compensation for what we have gone through. And that's what I'm advocating. I'm calling on anyone out there that if you know of a nurse that have gone through what I'm talking about or have talked about, refer them to us, because right now in California, some of the headways that we have made is the state of California. We were fortunate to have along the way where we were involved with lobbying some of the politicians about the issue. And I think last year, California passed a law that whenever black workers complain of discrimination, that or complaints need to be taken seriously, and also that means the complaints should be investigated. Prior to that, we were not getting anyone to listen, to investigate, to represent us. But thank God for the governor of California. Last year, he passed a law. It's called SB 1340. And this was after we did this interview that this law was passed. And so now, if there's anyone out there that has experienced DNR or blacklisting, when I say blacklisting, that once you are, uh, as a travel nurse, that is, once are told that you cannot return to a hospital for no reason, it tends to follow you. Hear that negative information, which is against the law. And that's what has happened to us. And so he has passed a law, and thank God. But there are so many, and God bless the governor. There are so many states that have done nothing, and we need something. We need something to. We need something done to address this issue, because the problem continues today. There have been nurses that have reported to me as late as yesterday that they're not working, that they started an assignment and they were let go in 3 days. And these are skilled nurses. It's not just one person, it's more than. These are skilled nurses. And what is happening is that many of these nurses are being targeted at work by some staff of the hospital. Generally, it's a staff nurse. And I'm not going to pick on any nurses, really. I will say this again, that it's the hospital that signs off on these behaviors. And so I will I'm actually putting the blame on the hospital, on the administrations of the hospitals, because they know what the problems are, and they refuse to deal with it. They refuse to do anything. They refuse to help the nurses. And when I say the nurses, it's predominantly the African American nurses that are experiencing these issues. And so, or income is affected, or family. I have 3 college-age children right now. They're affected because there's no way I'm going to be able to afford their tuition if I had not worked in 9 months. No way. So what happens to these children? What happened? What will happen to them? You know? And here it is. I have a profession. I have the skill. There is nothing that is preventing, on my part, from moving forward, from experiencing growth. But their policies, and this policy, because of the way how I work is based on the fact that I do not get hired easily by any facility for whatever with all my skills. And so with the amount of jobs that are available, many of the nurses still, we get bumped with all our experience. We get bumped. And that is just not legal. That's not right. There are nurses right now that are experiencing PTSD syndrome, depression, homelessness. And for these nurses, I speak as well. All right. So, like I said on the interview, and I don't know what happened, but um, I really wanted to play it, and for some reason, it's just not it's not happening. And you'll hear the voices of some of the nurses, which will support what I'm saying, but at the same time, um, I know many of you out there have experienced this as well. And if you do, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. We want to support each other. And I think nurses on a whole, it doesn't matter what our races are. As a matter of fact, because of this, I started um, a nursing staffing agency. And I did this because, and this is like 7 years ago, I did this because there was a time when I didn't have any income as a nurse or enough income. And I was taking care of two children that were in high school. And the hospitals would send me home early. They would put me on the do not return list. Why? There was no problem. I've never had anyone come to me and said, "Oh, you did this," or "you." I never heard a patient. As a matter of fact, and I've said this before, I've never lost a patient. I've practiced for over 20 years. I'm usually very conscientious about my practice, and um, it's just wrong. It is just so wrong. And I am still trying to figure out why. Why are we going through this? I still want to know, why are we going through this? We have lost compensation. We have lost the ability to save for the future. We have lost, my children have had setbacks because of this, because I'm a very hard worker. I am not lazy. I work very hard. And, you know, during COVID, one thing I noticed during COVID is that we were called, we were called to work after months and weeks of being told you're on the do not return list. We cannot put you to work. And during COVID, that was the best years of my employment as a nurse, believe it or not, in, I would say, in 20 years. I've been a nurse over 20 years. And think about that. That was my best time during COVID because many of the nurses refused to work at the bedside, and many of these nurses were scared. I was scared too. But you know what? Once I get to my bed, my patient, I am there. COVID or no COVID, I am there. I remember taking care of a patient whom, you know, um, she came into the hospital, and I could talk about this. I'm not going to say the name of the person. I don't even remember, but it's an error. This the incident, not an incident, but I just remember how at that time there was a height of COVID. I remember this one patient. She was having really fast heart rate. I was assigned to her, and when I went in to check on her, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to just use the regular thermometer. I'm going to use the thermometer that is inserted in the parts of the body that would give more accurate temperature, because sometimes the temperature, when you have a temperature, your heart rate is going to be elevated. So, man, I couldn't believe it. When I checked the temperature, oh my God, that temperature was through the roof. And I said, Actually, when I did check with the regular thermometer, and it didn't record that it was high. And so I asked for a special thermometer. I could not believe the number. And right away, there were interventions. The doctors came in and we were able to treat her. Now we knew why her heart rate was so fast. I was just taken aback that you know this was happening, and the patient was there for quite maybe a couple days before I was assigned to her, and that was our issue. It was the temperature. The regular thermometer was not recording the temperature, and so we were able to control the heart rate, and the woman held on, right? We did all that, sponge her down with cold water, so that we can, you know, just bring her out of what she was going through, to get that heart rate down, and also use medications to help the heart rate. So I was saying that it was during COVID that most of the nurses that have been DNR'd for years cannot work for years, cannot save their monies for years. That you know, that's when they called the nurses in. And it was sad because, during COVID, there's some of these nurses, they passed away. This was the only time. I remember there was a nurse who told me, I have not been working. And she started working like nonstop, no rest. She was working not like 24 hours, but she was working consecutive days. And generally we worked 3 12-hour shifts. And she was doing something like maybe six, if not seven. I cannot call her name, but she was an African American nurse, and she ended up getting COVID, and she passed away. She was placed on the ventilator, and what just got to me a lot was that I had mentioned this to some of the administration, if probably try to help her out, because I know she may not have had insurance to, help the disease that she ended up, with. And nobody did anything. And that woman, she was transferred, as far as I was told, to a long-term care facility, and within maybe a space of 2 or 3 months, she passed away. I mean, that thing just got to me. This is our profession. It's supposed to be a profession of caring, but unfortunately, I just feel badly to let people know that you need to have some compassion to come into to this profession, because the money's good, and many of our colleagues that we work with, you know they're not as compassionate, and some of them, some of the nurses, and they know who they are. I'm sorry. I'm talking about those nurses. I know who they are. They know who they are. I don't know everyone, but they know who they are. If you're listening to me, you know who you are. If you're not compassionate and you are planning to get in the profession, if you don't have the compassion, you got to rethink that, because this nursing, it's a calling. My mother was a nurse. And so as a little girl, I would see my mother. She worked nights. I worked nights too. And my mother, I would see her whenever she's going to work, she would get up from her rest to get to work at night. And that just stuck with me. So I was able to emulate my mom. And she, God rest her soul, she's not here anymore, but she had left that impression on me. I did not go into nursing for the incentive. Um, when I graduated from high school, I decided that I wanted to do medicine. My GPA was pretty good, was pretty high for that profession. And I got married, and then I realized, you know what? I'm not going to be able to handle this with now, if I'm going to start a family or have a family to continue. And so I decided to do nursing. And so nursing was my choice at maybe about 3 years into college. And so I went to a specialized school to finish nursing so I could just get it done really fast. I had all the prerequisites and I just wanted to do it, and I accomplished that in I think a reasonable time. And I passed the exam the first time I did. I didn't know I would, but I thank God I did, and that was a relief. Is that nursing school is it's interesting. It's a lot of science. I always liked the science, and but the nursing was new, because nursing is it's really not a science. It's probably a science mixed with social science, or I guess it can be a science in a way, but it's more social, like a social kind of social profession. All right, you work with folks, you work with everyone. When you are a nurse, you will be called to serve everyone. Doesn't matter the homeless. I've taken care of many homeless patients. You're called to take care of the sick, and I like to take care of my patients. I never had a preference who I want to take care of. Um, but in nursing, you have something called acuity, meaning that if you're going to get a patient with a level of care that is, you know, going to be demanding, it is legally it is legal to say if you're assigned two patients who or three patients who have very high acuity, which you're not going to be able to keep up because these three have so many needs, you have a right to refuse that assignment. And so based on that, I have, and that's advisable. Nurses practice based on the law. And one thing a nurse doesn't want to do is to accept a patient that they know that they're not able to handle. And so it's best for you not to accept the acuity that which would demand so much of you that you can miss something and you can jeopardize that patient's life. So basically, I'm really going on and on because I did not get to play the video, but I'm gonna try to bring on let's see, some of my medical and nursing colleagues. They're on Zoom, and I'm going to see if I can have them say a few words if they care to do so. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Ooh. And I am just not a tech person, and I really thought I had this all set up, but somehow um, let me see here. Okay, how is everybody doing out there? Let's see. Morgan, thank you for staying, and I don't know, not everybody's showing up, but I want to thank everyone who is here. And I hope whatever I'm saying that you can share this with someone. I'd also want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed as yet to the channel, please do so. I would really appreciate that. And let's see here. Hmm, okay, I don't know why I'm having this problem here. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna see if I could get my technicians here to see if they can assist me again. Hold on, please. I need some help. I can't get on YouTube. I don't know why I'm not getting on the YouTube. Not the YouTube, the Zoom. I want to bring on the other nurses. Hi guys, I'm right back. So sorry. So I am Donna, and I just went through whatever was going to be played on the interview. Basically, um, what I just wanted to focus on is really what the issues are, and the issues are that African American nurses are experiencing discrimination to the point of they become, or we become, basically destitute. Basically, no saving, no. I mean, if you don't have a saving, how are you going to, you know, move into the future? Our country is going through so many things right now. I firmly believe in prayers. I believe in prayer. I'm a person of faith, and that's what keeps me going. And one thing I want to encourage you is, if you are not a person of faith, you got to be in these last days. I believe that we're living in what they call the last days. I know what that means to many of you, but to me, it means that, this world is one day may not be the same. We might just enter into another life. And I want to enter into everlasting life, that there's a heaven and there's a hell. And I want to go to that life where it's going to be less. It's not going to be like what I'm seeing right now. It's going to be place of rest. It's called heaven. And I would encourage everyone to, check out my some of my videos that I share. You could find them on YouTube, or Facebook, and that might also be inspirational. Also, read the Bible. Want to share Psalms 91 with you. That's a scripture of protection. There's, I believe that there is a higher power over the world and over those in charge within the world, in our present world. Those who are in charge. But the Bible says, as I believe in the Bible, that we should pray for our leaders. And in spite of what our political beliefs are, when you believe in a higher power, you want to pray for our leaders. Okay, so I'm going to try to bring in the folks that's standing by. Let me see. Let's see. One of these here. Okay, so we have. Oh, hello, everybody. Okay, so I have a couple of colleagues. So Norman um, is a doctor. If you're on, can you go ahead and speak? Can you unmute, please? I know it's kind of dark out here. I'm sitting outside in my yard. It's Labor Day, so I wanted to get that feel. It's not very warm. It's just very, very, temperature is so comfortable. So I just thought inside of my house is a little bit noisy, active. I have a dog, and the dog is very needy.
Ask if they can hear you.
Can you hear me, Norman? Are you there?
Or anyone.
Anyone? Can you please unmute anyone? Nurse V, can you speak? Let's hear a little bit about what you've been experiencing.
So YouTube is not like
Oh,
but I don't know how to do that.
oh, okay.
On the right, they should be able to say if they're on the chat or not, or
Oh,
if they can
okay.
hear you.
I think they I'm thinking they could speak.
It's not like Zoom. You have to actually add them.
Is this Zoom? No, no, no. This is Zoom, right?
No, this is YouTube.
Oh, no, no, no. I have Zoom. I have people on Zoom. So I apologize. Okay, so wants to help me, just send me an email, please, because I'm loving this. I cannot get on Zoom. So I have some colleagues and they're on standby, and I want to make sure that they can enter in. I think we've been on now for a little bit. This is my second time on live, by the way. It's only my second time on a live. And so my colleagues are willing to, share with us some of their experience. This way you can, you don't just hear what I have to say, that there are others that are willing to speak as well. So while we find the connection
Hold on, hold
here,
on, hold on.
let's talk about you. What is going on with everyone today? How are you doing? Are you guys okay? Um, Send me a message in the comment. Let me know how you're doing. I'm someone that, as a nurse, I love to know that my patients are talking in this society, this world we're living in. We have a lot of mental health issues, especially when we have a lot of troubles that we find these days. And I know that that can also be a downer. And so I hope everybody's just being positive
Can
and
you log
just
into Zoom?
hanging there.
Log into Zoom on here.
And don't give up. Don't give up hope. Hope is a wonderful thing, and it's a positive thing. It's your faith. Your faith to that says that even though things are not going good, they're going to be okay sometime. Okay? So so don't give up. Just hang in there. Am I doing my password or
Just log in.
okay. All right.
So you put your email, right?
Yeah. And next.
Okay, next. Yep,
Okay,
next.
guys. I'm
Next.
here. Next, let me I'm trying to get the
Now
nurses
password. Put your
on.
password in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so I hope everybody's doing good. So you remember, you've just got to stay positive and believe that there's a higher power that's looking down, and he has all of us in his hands, regardless of what is going on. Those who are being laid off, you're experiencing the same thing that we are experiencing, being out of potentially, or being out of a job, or not being able to work consistently. Like I said earlier, you will make it. You will make it, but you've got to just look at all the options. And I know I've listened to some of the nurses that they have already started to plan to beat this layoff, and I am so hopeful for them. I know they're going to do well. Now, I started a nursing staffing agency where I am now called an entrepreneur because I was just a nurse. I still work as a nurse, but I haven't worked in almost 9 months. So um, that keeps me busy, and I'm sure you'll be able to come up with ways to keep you busy and to help you to be productive. Now, remember, you're a nurse. We all work by the Nurse Practice Act. Go look it up. All nurses are able to do,
Okay.
you know, to give patients care, because we know that they're going to be cutting Medicaid and I think Medi-Cal. And, nurses, that's just so much opportunities out there for us. So start thinking if you want to reach out to me because that's what I do. I help anyone, not just nurses. I'm there to advocate and there to walk with you. If you need to start up a little business to help you, to continue to, help you to hold on, until your jobs return, because, patients are, they're going to need our help. They're going to need help. We can't let our patients, even if the Medicaid is cut, we will find ways to take care of patients who need the care. And there we go. We start to think about these things now
So,
and save. I'm
so
sorry, guys.
wait, hold on.
And right now,
Uh,
let me see. Let's see who we have here.
you have Linda. Linda.
Just Linda?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we have Linda here. And can I get in my email? Because I could still
Play the.
play the video on
Uh.
your thing. Because I've been having issue with my laptop. My son
No
is,
secure device added.
he has a better, he has a great laptop. So I think mine is kind of delaying everything here. So I'm gonna play. So all right. So we don't have the we don't have the amount of folks here. The nursing. We have one person, Linda, and she is, yeah, she says, if we play the video, you will hear what the nurses have been saying and have reported. So I'm kind of hopeful that we can
It's your Gmail, correct?
yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sign out of my Gmail, and then you have to log into your Gmail from here.
Oh,
Okay?
I've got to.
Yeah.
Oh, if you know what, if the nurses, if they're on there, if they can communicate with me on there, and let me just get back in my email here, my Gmail here
Yeah.
instead, because I
Tell
don't
them
know.
to join the meeting ID that I sent in the YouTube chat.
Okay, it's just Linda that's there now, right?
Yeah. So go here.
There.
Yeah, here. Mom, click the Google Chrome.
Oh, Google.
Okay, this code, they need to join that. So they need to go on Zoom. Hold
Okay,
on. So they need to go on Zoom.
but there's only one person there now.
Yeah, and Linda joined.
She
So
does,
if they
yeah.
can do it, then
Linda probably got cut off. Is that why she was calling me back? So
I don't know.
I will just talk to her later, and I'll just rather play the thing. So let me get back.
But yeah, your
Thank you, Amar.
guest to join the Zoom meeting.
Yeah. And how do I?
I already did.
Okay,
So just
so
say it. Say
okay,
it.
okay. So if you are one of the nurses out there that was supposed to be on the Zoom, go ahead and join. Check the chat, right? It's in
Yep.
the chat.
Check the
Check the
chat.
chat, and we've just put the instructions in there. If you can, speak, please. Yeah, I'm still having problem with my connections.
What is your YouTube channel called?
You know, mm?
What is your YouTube channel called?
It's called
DMF
DMF
Nurse.
Nursing. Anyways, I want everyone who was on, if you can, please go ahead and subscribe and to my channel. We were not able to bring the video. I'm so sorry about that. But what I do, because I'm getting a snap here. Um, I'm so sorry. But I am gonna come on and play this again probably tomorrow, because it was really a great video, and not a video. It was a great interview, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. But basically, I gave I spoke actually about just about whatever we had covered in the interview. I just wanted to have some of the nurses on, who would speak to what I have been saying, and that was always a way to as a matter of confirmation, that this is not just me, but it's so many others. And if you're out there again, experiencing discrimination, you can reach out to me, and which is the YouTube channel, and you can contact me through the means of contacts on the channel. And I want to thank you again for hanging out with me this Labor Day, and I pray the rest of the evening will be productive and safe for you. God bless. Okay, I'm going to end, and God bless everybody.